Om Shuklambaradharam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopashantaye Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir me sada Yenakshara samamnyayam Adhigamya maheshwarat Kritsnam vyakarnam proktam Tasmai paninaye namaha Vakyakaram vararuchim Bhashyakaram patanjalim Paninim sutrakarancha Pranatosmi munitrayam Vagarthaviva samprikto Vagarthah pratipattaye Jagatah pitarau vande Parvati parameshwarau Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. Okay. Namaste everyone. So in our warm-up exercise, we had to go through sarvam and also go through tad shabda, right? So we just want to refresh our memory of sarvam and tad shabda in neuter gender, right? So we're looking at within nouns, we're now looking at not masculine, not punlinga, we're looking at napumsakalinga. We've seen jnana shabda, which is akaranta, ending neuter gender. Now we're seeing this sarvanama. Sarva, which is a pronoun. So sarva, which is a sarvanama, a pronoun. So sarva means all. We can go through it together. You can chant with me. Sarvam, sarve, sarvani. Sarvam, sarve, sarvani. Sarvena, sarvabhyam, sarvaihi. Sarvasmai, sarvabhyam, sarvebhyah. Sarvasmat, sarvabhyam, sarvebhyah. Sixth case. Sarvasya, sarvayoho, sarvesham. Sarvasmin, sarvayoho, sarveshu. He sarva, he sarve, he sarvani. Okay, so that was page 100. We'll look at tad on page 101. But it's all on the screens. This is our Bharatnatyam tad shabda, remember? Tad te tani. Tad te tani. Tena tabhyam taihi. Tasmai tabhyam tebhyah. Fifth case, tasmat tabhyam tebhyah. Sixth case, tasya tayoho tesham. Seventh case, tasmin tayoho teshu. No sambodhana. Okay, so this is hopefully becoming a little bit more familiar. We're going to keep doing this practice. And the rest of what we're going to do today is very similar to this. So this tad, if it looks a little bit new or it's hard to grasp, what we're going to do is the next shabdas look very similar to this. This is really useful. We will see this often, right? We use pronouns a lot in language in general. In Sanskritam, we also use it pretty commonly. So even in Mundaka Upanishad, you'll see tad, you'll see etad, right? We see a lot of tad shabda, and the tad will be in neuter because it's referring to Brahman, which is neuter, right? And we'll see etad referring to Brahman, and Brahman is neuter, so etad we're going to choose neuter also, right? So because it's referring to that Brahman or this Brahman, it's going to be neuter gender. So you'll see a lot of that. Okay. I'm going to just share on the iPad. Let me just pull that up. Okay. So you'll see on the iPad, we're going to go to the next one, Yad Shabda. Yad Shabda. So Yad Shabda is page 101 as well. This is right after Tad Shabda. So Yad is just like Tad. So Yad, the 1, 1, 2, 1 are particular. They decline, it just says Yad or Yat. The rest of them decline like if we just say Y-A, Ya. Right? Like ending, Ya. Okay, so 1, 1, 2, 1, it's just Yad or Yat. All the rest of them, we take off the D and it's just Y-A, Ya. So it Ye, Yani, etc. Hope that makes sense. So we can do our Bharatanatyam here, okay? Ready? Yad, Ye, Yani. Yad, Ye, Yani. Yena, Yabhyam, Yaihi. Fourth case. Yasmai, Yabhyam, Yebhyaha. Fifth case. Yasmat, Yabhyam, Yebhyaha. Sixth case. Yasya, Yayoho, Yesham. Seventh case. Yasmin, Yayoho, Yeshu. Okay, so it's just like Tad Shabda, but instead of a T, we have a Y in neuter gender, right? What Yad means is which, right? That which. Which, not like a ghost witch. It's which, W-H-I-C-H. So when we, depending on, yeah, so we'll see some examples and we'll do the examples and you can see how it's translated to get more familiar, right? Yad often goes with Tad, right? We've talked about this before and we'll see this a little bit more in our next class. We can do some more practice, but Yad often goes with Tad. So for example, I would say something with Yad, a phrase, and then that same subject that was talked about in Yad will be talked about in Tad. Okay, so I'll say, which boy, in English it's a bit funny. The one who goes to the store, that is Devadatta. One who, that who is not told in that first part. One who goes to the store, right? We know that someone goes to the store, but who that person is told by Tad. That Devadatta, that is Devadatta. So that first phrase gives a lot of context. It usually describes what about that subject. And the second phrase tells you the subject oftentimes. But we can also, let's see it in a little bit simpler way. Let's just see it in these sentences. Let me pull this up. So this is all the way in the back of our book. This is exercise number 20. Page 178. Oh, we don't even have yat in these exercises. Okay, sorry. Let's not do this right now. We'll come back to this in a little bit. Let's keep going with etad, and then we'll come back and see some exercises.
Page 21 has it.
Yeah, page 20. So the next one has it, but we're not going to see that today. We'll see that a little bit later. Yeah. Okay, let's look at etad, and then we'll look at some exercises after both of them. Okay. And the reason is these are all so similar that it makes sense to just look at them in one go. So this is page 102, etad. Etad, so tad means that, right? Something which is a little bit distant from you. Etad means this, something which is closer to you. Now, etad can be in masculine, it can be neuter, it can be feminine, depending on what it is qualifying. So if I'm talking about Brahman, which is neuter gender, Brahman is neuter, then etad, if it refers to Brahman, is going to be neuter gender. Right? Etad jnanam. Jnanam is neuter gender, so etad is going to be neuter gender as well. So it can be all three genders depending on what it's referring to. Now this is just like yad and tad. The 1-1 and 2-1 is the word itself, etad or etat. And the rest are like sarva or like tad. Okay, so we can look at it together. Ready? Etad, you can say with me. Ete, etani. Etad, ete, etani. Etena, etabhyam, etaihi. Fourth case. Etasmai, etabhyam, etebhyah. Fifth case. Etasmat, etabhyam, etebhyah. Sixth case, etasya, etayoho, etesham. Seventh case, etasmin, etayoho, eteshu. Okay, so I hope this is looking more and more familiar, right? Tad look just like this. Yad look just like this. Now etad looks just like this. We decline 2-1, 2, 2-2-2-3, 3-2-3-3, and the rest of them like eta. We get rid of the da, d. Okay. And Kim. We're just going to do them all in one shot. Okay, so far we've seen tad, which means that. Yad means that which. Etad means this. Now Kim means what? Now these all look the same, so if you get one of them, you get all of them. It's like Brahman. No Brahman, you know everything. No one of these, you know all four. So whichever one you like more, if you get it, you get them all four. They're one package. Okay, Kim means what? Kim means what, right? So 1-1, 2-1 is Kim, the word itself. The rest of them are like ka, K-A. Like sarva. Okay, so Kim, ke, kani. Kim, ke, kani. Kena, kabhyam, kaihi. Fourth case, kasmai, kabhyam, kebhyah. Fifth case, kasmat kabhyam kebhyah. Sixth case, kasya kayoho kesham. Seventh case, kasmin kayoho keshu. Yeah? How are you feeling? Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs all around? Okay, all right. Sort of. Little bit of shaky. That's okay. Don't worry. We're going to do some practice with this. So we're going to do tad, etad, kim practice, and then yad will come a little bit later. Okay? So let's look at the exercises. This is exercise 20. We're going to do this one first. Exercise 20 is page 178. Exercise number 20. So what we've done, we've already plugged in sarva, eka, anya, param. Now we're going to look at tad, etad, and kim. Okay, so 1-1 and 2-1. It's just the word by itself, right? So if I say dukkham anubhuyate, unhappiness is experience. I'm just going to put the 1-1, I'm going to match it with that, right? So tad dukkham anubhuyate. That unhappiness is experienced. Okay, now for etad, what is it in your mind? You don't need to write in the chat. Etad, I gave you the answer. I hope you didn't have any problem. Etad. So etad dukkham anubhuyate. Oh, you can't see that, can you? Etad dukkham anubhuyate. This unhappiness experience, right? Because unhappiness is very close to our hearts. Unfortunately, right? So this, closer. That, right? Your neighbor's unhappiness is experience. This unhappiness in your chair is experience, okay? This now, Kim. What's 1-1 Kim? Kim. Yeah, all right. So, Kim dukkham anubhuyate. Okay. What happiness or which unhappiness is experienced? You can say what unhappiness or which unhappiness. Right? Kim is all about the W words. What, which, why, when, where, when. All of these W words are Kim. How we know which one is depending on the vibhakti arthaha. Okay? When we're referring to 1-1, here it's the karma, right? Karmani. Because this is karmani prayoga, anubhuyate. 1-1 is karmani prathama. So when we say the object of experience, when in English we use which, or even what can be used as well. Which unhappiness experience. Okay, ready? 1-3. What is, in your mind, what is tad, etad, kim in 1-3? Tad is tani, etad is etani, kim is kani. Tani, etani, kani. Etani, sorry, tani, etani, kani. Okay. Tani shastrani avagamyate. Those shastras are known. Etani shastrani avagamyate. These scriptures are known or understood. Kani shastrani avagamyate. Which scriptures are understood? If this is too fast, just give me a note in the private chat. You can just send it to my name. No one else will know. Number 3, 5-1. Now, okay, so let's just do some chat practice. What is tad, etad, kim in 5-1? Without looking. Yeah, so there's one clue in the chat. Yeah. I'll give another 30 seconds for people to answer. Okay. Tad 5-1 is tasmat. Oh, so interesting. It says my Zoom meeting will end in 10 minutes. I own Zoom Pro, so I don't know why that's happening. We may get kicked off in 10 minutes. I'll restart the meeting for Vedanta class if that happens. Okay, just so we know. So you might have to log back in if we get kicked off. Okay. So we're talking about tasmat 5-1. Then you just put E in front. Etasmat. And then kasmat. Okay, so tasmat annat shariram jayate. You have to look at you have to look at each word. You have to figure out 5-1 5-1 can be in so many meanings, right? Sorry. 5-1 can be in so many meanings. So we have to figure out what kind of panchami are we using. So we see jayate, right? Born. So the body is born. Shariram jayate. Born from what? From body is born from annat, from food. Okay, now tasmat, we just glue on there. From that food. So from that food, this body is born. So from that food, body is born. We don't have this. Now, etasmat, from this food, from this food, the body is born. Etasmat, right? And then kim. Kim is the hardest one to translate, right? Right? From what body or from what food is this body born? From what food or from which food? Either one is fine. From which or from what food is the body born? Using too many pronouns, I'm getting. Okay. Now we'll go in a little bit faster, right? 6-3, it's already there. Tesham karananam karyanam karanam. Etesham karyanam karanam. Kesham karyanam karanam. 6-3. Okay, 7-1. Can you tell me in the chat? 7-1. So aranye phalani vartante. It's using tad etad kim. Tad etad kim. Okay. I like this one because 7-1. Okay, so vibhakti and the artha are separate. Okay, but in this case, 7-1, it always says in, right? In. Tasmin, etasmin, kasmin, right? Tasmin, etasmin, kasmin. In, right? So if we look at this, tasmin aranye phalani vartante. So vartante means something falls. What falls? Phalani falls. The fruits fall. Fruits fall in what? The fruits in where? The fruits in this forest. So you can see fruits. Oh, vartante. Vartante can also be vrit dhatu is sorry, I made a mistake. Vrit dhatu, vrit dhatu. Vrit dhatu. Yeah. So this is vrit dhatu. It means to be. Sorry, I made a mistake. Vrit dhatu means to be. So I made a mistake here. So it's actually it just means like asti, bhavati, vartante means the same thing, right? So bhavanti, santi, vartante, they all mean the same thing. So I made a mistake here. So if we say phalani vartante, the fruits are, right? The fruits are in that forest. Fruits are in this forest. Fruits are in which forest? Or if you change the phrasing, you can say there are fruits in that forest, there are fruits in this forest, or in which forest are there fruits. Okay, I like to go with the 1-1 first. So we go fruits are in that forest, in this forest, in which forest. Okay. Okay, we only have 5 minutes left, so let's finish this up. This is all about the same now. It's all the same cases you get after this. Okay. There's a question here. Let me unmute Har Prasad ji. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Tasmat, you said is equal to from that. No, is it also tasmat means therefore?
Yeah, tasmat also means therefore.
Okay.
It just depends in what is the vibhakti artha, right? Fifth case can be apadane panchami. So from, right? It's a from. Yeah. It can also be heto panchami.
Yeah.
And when it's in heto panchami, it means therefore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Yes.
Let's quickly look at this same exercise. Let's keep going to exercise number 21, which is Yad and Tad. Okay, we'll continue this next time, but we see Yad and Tad in Neuter. Now, right, what I said is what is referred to by Yad is the same thing that is referred to as by Tad. Okay? Yad usually gives you some more information. Our Zoom is going to kick us off in less than a minute, so that may happen. That's okay. We take that as prasad. You'll come back at 8:10. Okay, so take a longer break. We'll start at 8:10 for our Vedanta class. Okay. Yad adyate tad annam. So this is defining what annam means. Yad adyate. So adyate, ad-dhatu, to eat. Latlakaraha karmani prayoga, because we see yakara and atmanepada. Pratama purushaha ekavachana. So something eats, right? Sorry, is eaten, right? Is eaten, because it's karmani prayoga, is eaten. Now yad adyate. that which, right? That which is eaten, tad annam. Tad, that, annam is annam, right? We have to supply bhavati in that second phrase. We have to supply bhavati because in each of the clauses you need a verb. In first yad we have adyate. In tad we need a verb also. So we supply bhavati or asti when there no verb is there. Yad adyate, that which is eaten, that is food. Yad netrabhyam drishyate tad rupam.